Hello and welcome to Mac News Exhibition Edition. I'm Evan Falkenthal. Exhibition is a time when all of the classes show all of the excellent work they have completed. Our reporters are standing by to show us the projects everyone's been working on. Here's Alex Kowalski with the 9th grade projects.
Hi, I'm Alex Kowalski and we're going to take an inside look on this year's freshman exhibition. We'll see how Chris and Mele are collaborating on a musical instrument project, Diana's students working on spoken word project where they are writing about their social issues, and Charlotte's students writing their personal essays and sending them into NPR. Let's go check it out. What is your project's main focus?
My students are doing a project on building instruments and learning about math and music.
And how does this relate to math and physics?
Well, everything that there is in music there has in math, like the length of the strings, there's a ratio between that, the length of xylophone pipes, the length of pan flutes. You have to come to exhibition to learn about it, though.
And when's your exhibition?
Good question. Our exhibition is on June 4th, right here in the 9th grade Commons. Come learn how to play the instruments, the music and math behind it, and listen to Mele's class and Charlotte's class play One Love and another song as well.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, I'm here with Mele, and we're going to talk to her about the instrument project. Now, how does your project relate to the real world?
Well, students are participating in creating their own instrument and then also creating music. And what we're exploring it as is kind of how you can bring peace through music and how that music is one of the things that connects everybody around the world, no matter where you come from.
So what's your project about?
Well, my students are currently writing personal essays for an NPR, it's National Public Radio program called This I Believe. So in 400 to 500 words, they have to write an essay about a personal belief or insight.
So like an experience or just?
Personal essays focused on a belief or insight, so it's not so much on a relationship or an event, but on a broader, kind of more global idea of something, like how you came to believe something.
Oh, and how does this relate to like real world issues or something that's going on today?
Well, I think one way it relates to everything that we've learned this semester, because we started looking at ancient civilizations, then we moved to modern civilizations, and now we're kind of like focusing in on ourselves and what we've learned of their beliefs and now our own beliefs. And in addition, the students will be submitting all of their essays to National Public Radio. So the essays may be published in written form, or they may be contacted and asked to record live for the radio.
I need a father, a good father. One who I can go to for advice, one who I can go to for help.
Media, just showing the bad side, spreading the dark word, not what must be heard.
The issues that the students are talking about are current issues that they feel need to be changed in our society. So the title of this year's Word on the Street Volume 4 is A Revolution of Change. So something that they feel is still an issue in today's society that isn't necessarily being addressed and needs to be changed.
Do you think it's going to be better than the years before?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
No.
Wow, those projects look really interesting. Now we go to Shannon Larsen with the projects from the 10th grade.
Hello, this is Shannon reporting on Lori Fisher's poetry exhibition project. We'll take a look at all the work her students have done in the past few weeks to prepare for HDHMA's biggest night of the year.
I've always loved poetry. It's something that I've done since I was in my first forensics competition in 4th grade when I had to memorize the Jabberwocky. And I've loved it all through high school and college, so I was really excited to sort of bring it to high schoolers. And we also hadn't done like a performance exhibition in my class before. They had been stuff that you hung up on the walls rather than students getting up in front of the audience. So I felt like that would be a good idea. And it kind of wraps up the themes that we've been working on this semester of violence, war, and peace into this sort of very English content curriculum. So.
Yeah, I enjoyed working on this project because for some reason I was like really inspired to write a poem about war. I don't really know where it came from, but I like wrote a really long poem.
What does it matter if we enjoyed it? It was a project, we had to do it for a grade.
Did you enjoy it? Like, did you have any fun working on it?
Anything.
Did you enjoy working on it? Was it a good project?
Did you enjoy making your poem?
Did God enjoy making his children?
I know that when I announced that we were doing a poetry project, about half the class was like, yay, and the other half thoughts of like, oh my God, I hate poetry so much. And so I'm hoping to get people to not be afraid of it, because poetry is really difficult. And so I wanted to build tools so that when students saw a poem, they could understand it, or at least work through understanding it. I've really enjoyed it because I've seen students take it in so many different ways that I didn't expect. And I've seen students who started out hating poetry all of a sudden like find their inspiration after 4 days of intense frustration and write this amazing poem. So I think that this project helps students to look at writing in a different way. We've done a lot of essays and a lot of nonfiction writing this year, and I really wanted to do something where students could play with words in a way that was personal to them. I think it also lets them express themselves about the topics that we've covered this year in a very different way and bring out that creativity. They're presenting their poems in a variety of ways, so some are doing kinetic text, some are doing movies, some are doing live music accompaniment, some are doing spoken word. So it really lets every student sort of use the talent that they have to present their poetry in a way that they're comfortable with.
Nice, those projects look great. Here's Nathan Mendoza with the 11th grade projects.
Hello, my name is Nathan Mendoza, and today we will look at Darren, KARL, and Randy's 11th grade exhibition projects. Randy's class is making magazines, while Darren's class is learning about musical instruments and how they affect the ear. KARL's class is constructing toys that they are donating to children in Tijuana. This looks very interesting. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Nathan Mendoza, and I'm here with my buddy Ashley. So, talk to us about your project here.
Well, in Randy's class, we're putting together a magazine, and some of the articles are about our internships or some of the blogs that we were doing while we were at internship and all that jazz. Mine's is about my dental internship and how it was a dream, and then it kind of got boring, and it's still a dream. And yeah, we're like getting money, and we're gonna like get sponsors and all that jazz, and maybe we'll make money, so yeah.
So what is the process of making these magazines?
Okay, well first we have to like make drafts of our writing, whatever kind of writing. So there's one person doing like art and graphic design and stuff like that, but like I'm doing writing, and like everybody has to do like writing. So we go through draft and draft and draft, and then we have editors, and we send our stuff to the editors, and then they place everything for us. But in my group, I'm gonna place mine, and then she's gonna take out everything that she thinks is crappy, and then she's gonna fix it.
I'm Nathan Mendoza. Ashley.
Hi, I'm Kenny Ortega, and I'm here with KARL from the 11th grade. He's going to explain the 11th grade exhibition to us.
Yeah, we're working with simple machines, and we're building these toys that have one input and 3 or 4 outputs. And basically, you'll push the toy or you'll turn a crank, and 3 or 4 things will move. And they're using simple machines, gears, cams, levers, pulleys, and all the stuff that we learned about simple machines to make that happen. And then we're going to give those toys to some underprivileged kids. Last year, we gave them to kids in Tijuana, and they loved it. It was awesome. So this year, we're going to probably do something more local because of all the stuff that's happening in TJ. But it's been a lot of fun. I think the kids are learning a lot about how to build stuff, and also a lot about the sort of the science behind simple machines.
What are you guys doing here?
Okay, well, we're making ducks, and we are going to be taking these to the kids in TJ. Thought it'd be really cute to have like a train of ducks, because that's something I guess a lot of kids like pulling the train of ducks. And their tails move up and down like this, and then on 2 other of the ducks, their wings are going to move up and down, and the mom duck, the head is going to bob up and down.
We made a bus, and we have to have 3 inputs and 3 outputs and 1 input. And so when you like push our bus, like the chairs inside rock back and forth. We kind of took it apart because it's not our final. And then like the hood goes up and down. And there's like a stop sign that moves back and forth. And it's really cool.
Good work, juniors. Now let's go to Tania Gray with Margaret and Lacey's exhibition project.
Hi, my name is Tania Gray, and today we are going to take a look at Margaret and Lacey's senior project, Underdogs. In this project, they had to depict their idea of an underdog going against all odds through the video and magazine. Let's take a look at the final projects before exhibition.
No more, no less.
your senior project about?
Well, I did my senior project on gang violence prevention, and so I did an audio documentary.
So was it rapping, singing?
Yeah, it consists of rapping and also interviews and stuff.
Nice. So what was your favorite part about the project?
Well, my favorite part was the critical feedback, the criticism that I got from the people that came to the exhibition, and it was good.
So, what inspired you to do, prevention of gang violence?
Well, I guess you could say the teachers wanted me to do it, so I guess I did it.
Nice. Yeah, that's basically it. Thanks, man.
My project was about the underdog topic of love and how love is misunderstood and sometimes confused for lust and attraction. I did so much research to find therapists and love counselors and couple counseling people, and it was really hard, so I basically reached out to the people that I actually know and asked did they know anyone. And Lacey, my teacher, actually her best friend, is a life coach herself, and that's who I'm currently going to do my internship with. So through the project, I actually got an internship with her. I think my favorite part was interviewing a life coach, which she's like a love therapist kind of, sort of, so she knows a lot about love itself. And that was my favorite part. She opened up to me and gave me a lot of insight about my topic, and I think that was my favorite part of the whole thing, actually getting hands-on and going out and interviewing people.
To me, it's something very important.
Love is like somebody that's always there, always gonna be there, always, helps you, you know what I mean? Never brings you down, always supports you.
When someone is in love, your last thought of the day is him or her.
I think love is just something you can't, it's kind of hard to describe. You just know when you're in love, it just happens.
Love is when 16 months in you still get the butterflies.
Love is, or I love her for reasons that I can't explain. I just do. It's unexplainable. There aren't words to describe why I love her.
Interesting. These senior projects look excellent. Now here's Eli Barber with Josh and John's project.
Hi, my name is Eli Barber, and for this year's exhibition we are interviewing Joshua Krause and John O'Reilly about their combined senior project. They have been working on children's books about environmental science for the last month. Let's go see what they have to say.
This current project is a collaboration between 12th grade art with Joshua and environmental science, which I teach, and we are designing children's books based around environmental science themes. Basically, the research took place in my class, and the product is going to come out in the form of a children's book and the artwork that was inspired by the research that the students did. They had a lot of choice in my class what they focused on.
Everything from bee migrations to oil spills to endangered species to food sources. It really runs the gamut of extreme environmental topics.
The freedom that the students were given has really allowed them to kind of create something that they can all feel they have a vested interest in.
When we set the project up, they had to do research on the different age ranges of children's books. So they dealt with everything from picture books for babies, basically, all the way up to books for young adults. So it really fits whatever age range they decided as a target audience for their group. So all the content and all the art has to be appropriate for that the group they're going for.
We're making a children's book for art class, and we're tying it in with environmental science. So everybody got an environmental topic that you're trying to, try to cross into a children's point of view.
Each student is responsible for 8 pages, and so that includes the artwork as well as the text. And so some of them are gearing them to different age levels, and some of them have really gone far beyond that 8-page limit.
Well, one group is doing a coloring book, not all are. The one group you're asking about, who actually are working in my office right now, are doing a 32-page coloring book broken into 4 different chapters. So they've just created all this line art, they're putting it in a computer, they're fixing it in Illustrator, and then they're laying it out in InDesign.
Our exhibition is going to be down in the senior annex, and most seniors hopefully will not recognize the space. We plan on transforming the space into an art installation.
Those are great. Now let's turn it to Akaria Disa with Joanna's Spanish projects.
Hi, my name is Akaria Disa, and today we'll be taking a look at Joanna's Spanish projects for the 9th and 10th grade. Joanna's 9th grade class is making children's books for kids in elementary school. Her 10th grade class made public awareness videos, so let's check it out.
The 9th grade project is the project that we've done every year, and it's the children's book project, which they are looking even more amazing than ever. The students really went all out this year and made their books 3D, and they look very professional, and they spend a lot of time writing their 15-page stories in Spanish.
Hannah Morris, what did you do for Joanna's Spanish 9th grade books?
I wrote a book about fruit flies. It's called Las Moscas de Frutas.
How did you come up to do fruit flies?
My partner and I came together like late in the project because both of our partners left, and we were like, we need to do something with fruit vocabulary, so we were like, we can draw cute little flies.
What do you plan on doing with the books after you guys are finished with it?
I think we're taking them to the Longfellow School and reading them to little kids who speak Spanish.
The children's books, they start by creating their own vocab lesson, and then they have to teach the lesson to the class. They start writing the story, and then they have time to illustrate. And we actually will not be done with this project until after exhibition, where the students will take these books to a Spanish-speaking immersion school and donate them to elementary students. I'm so, so proud. Like I said, these children's books really were amazing. It was really cool to see them take a next step even further than the ones that we've done in the past. The 10th graders have been working on a cultural awareness documentary to spread awareness to all the students here at High Tech High and anyone who views our documentaries on the issues that are going on in Spanish-speaking countries. They had to do some research on current events, issues with their government, environment, whatever it may be that interested their group members. They read some articles. They had to interview people here at High Tech High as well as other community members and people who have been impacted by these issues, and then put together a 10-minute documentary on what is going on in these countries and what we can do here in the United States and at school to help.
So what was your Spanish documentary about?
It was about the Zapatistas. It's a revolutionary group, mainly indigenous in Chiapas, Mexico, and they're going against the Mexican government because their land is being taken away from them. It was great because I think it's a great way to tell everyone, to let everyone know what's happening in Mexico.
I'm very proud. We're actually going to submit a few of them to see if they can win any Ivy Awards or other documentary awards.
Muy bien. Now for our last reporter. Here is Dorian Davies with KARL's engineering project.
Hi, I'm Dorian, and I'm reporting on the seniors' last exhibition. We will explore the senior building to see what the engineering teacher, KARL WENDT, had his students do for their successful project. Along with talking to some students, we will see how John, the environmental science teacher, and KARL collaborated.
So, KARL, what are your students doing for their exhibition?
Well, what we created were some unmanned submersibles. They're actually submarines, ROVs, which just stands for remote operated vehicle. And they built them out of PVC, which is plastic, and then they created all the pieces, subcomponents, all the boards, and were able to make all the programming drive motors and move the things around.
What type of aspects or skills did this project require?
That's a good question. There were a lot of things. Everything from being able to mill and manufacture pieces of plastic like this to being able to understand how basic programming works on the computer, and to be able to program chips and populate little motor controller boards like these things right here, which control how the motors run, and figuring out how to hack a PlayStation 2 controller and use it to drive the brains of the craft to make it work. How do you water seal things and protect things? I mean, there was a vast array of things that the kids did. And also learning how to do prototypes and then build final models and do computer drawings in CAD.
What exactly are you making?
Well, I'm creating the ROVs in 3D, so I'm able to get all of the exact dimensions, create it, be able to print it out, and yeah.
Is this a special software?
Yeah, professionals use it in basically corporates, and they do it for like kind of anything. You can even make these pliers in 3D, and they just send it to a machine and create it perfectly.
Okay, thank you.
What materials did you use for this project mainly?
There were a tremendous number of different materials, everything from at-mill silicon chips to PVC to stainless steel bolts to a polyethylene water tank, and just a great deal of different materials.
What was the main thing you wanted your students to learn from this project?
Well, I think that the biggest thing was that failure is something, it's a part of success. It's like, you got to fail a lot of times before you're going to be successful. And so I really wanted them to get a sense that when you try anything that's really difficult, you're going to make a lot of mistakes along the way. And, you got to keep making those mistakes before you're going to be successful. So that was like the biggest thing. But also there's a lot of other competencies, engineering competencies like statics and things to do with computer programming, electronics, wiring, all kinds of things like that.
Do you think this project was a success overall?
Definitely. I think the reason it was successful is that the kids learned a lot of different things. They learned how motors work, they learned electronics, they learned how to do programming, how to draw things in 3 dimensions on the computer. They learned how to integrate components that aren't really meant to work together. And so it was definitely a success, and so we're looking forward to doing it again next year.
All right, thank you, Karl. So is it hard being a rat?
It was like sitting on his shoulder.
You're cute.
That just about wraps it up. Congratulations to all the hardworking students who have put out all these amazing projects at High Tech High Media Arts Exhibition. For now, this has been Evan Falkenthal. See you later.